From the On Target Digital Marketing Podcasting Studios in sunny Orlando, Florida, it's the T Squared Tech Talk Podcast with Tom Jelnick and Tom Craig. It's a Friday afternoon, and you know what that means. It's time for another edition of the T Squared Tech Talk Podcast. I'm Tom Jelnick. I'm hosted with the amazing
Tom Craig here.
We're back in the saddle, my friend.
That's right. Fresh out of the closet, I like to say.
Yeah, you did. You came right out of the closet today.
I did. Thank you for your help in allowing me to come out without any issues.
You know, Tom, it's okay to talk about it. I saw you struggling in the closet.
Yeah.
I opened the door and I welcomed you with open arms to emerge from the tech closet.
Yeah, but you know, so much magic that's where it happens, is in the closet.
There's a lot of magic in the closet, and you were laying cable up there in the closet, Tom, if I'm not mistaken.
And if Tom Cruise is listening, Tom, we're talking about a completely different closet here, okay?
Yeah,
so
completely different.
Lose my number, stop calling.
Yeah,
but
just calm down, Tom Cruise.
Yep. So
little guy is not too big in stature. I think he overcompensates with emails, Tom, and threatening you.
Yeah.
I'm not scared though.
We'll find out at the end of this podcast.
We sure will.
Absolutely.
And listen, my friend, it is what are we 26 in or 27 episodes?
27, I think it is. We passed the silver anniversary and didn't even mention it.
It was a very special moment indeed, Tom.
You
know, I woke up this morning and I had a thought.
And that was?
Well, Keegan, may I borrow the keyboard, sir? And the mouse device? No, what's on my mouse, Tom?
Not an assy mouse pad, which I see as the first problem, but
what? No, it's very special. T Squared Tech Talk. Am I typing that correctly since I can't see it? Did I type that right, Keegan?
Yeah, I think we're there. We're spot on. Ah, look at this.
Now, Tom.
Wow.
It's time, my friend.
Wow.
We have a website.
That is amazing.
It's under construction, so I don't want you to get too excited, Tom. But
I'm excited. There's no slowing it down.
There is no slowing this train down.
No, sir.
So my friends at T2TechTalkPodcast.com is coming soon.
Awesome.
You can navigate over to that, subscribe to our show. We got a little SoundCloud icon down there. Here's another exciting moment, Tom.
All right.
Are you ready?
I am.
I am clicking on.
Oh.
We are official in the interwebs, Tom. We
Wow.
have our very own
We're
Twitter.
stepping up. Our game has taken to a new level.
It's time, my friend. I mean, like, we have created some amazing content that has inspired people, has saddened some people, has managed to piss off some in-laws.
Yes, sir.
And if we're not pissing somebody off, Tom, we're not doing something right.
That's what I heard. You know, you never somebody until you're sued for the first time, and I think that's the same thing.
We're working on that. Getting sued is one of our objectives, Tom. Right.
Know.
So our Twitter handle, unfortunately, I couldn't cram the whole T Squared Tech Talk podcast. Can you read that up there, Tom? Because I'm blind. What is the handle over here?
That would be the T-Tube Tech Podcast.
Yeah, so I couldn't get the word
Twitter.
talk in there, but we have T2 Tech Podcast
That's
at
awesome.
Twitter. I'd love it if you follow us. We're just starting the account, so bear with us, but we're going to get some fresh content out there. We think the whole world should have access to this amazing podcast.
Wow, well, kudos to you, Tom, on getting that put together.
Well,
That
it's
is
for
fantastic.
us, really, Tom.
Well,
This isn't just about
and it's
me.
not for us.
It's not. It's for them.
It is.
We are givers.
That's what this is about.
Just genuine givers.
And for those of you who missed the last podcast, you missed a great humorous podcast. Again, kudos to Keegan on that one. We were just talking about it before this one. That was our game has stepped up from the NCAA, and I think we're in the pros now, Tom.
We are.
Yeah.
It's the big time, Tom, and it's time to ratchet that up a few levels. So, you know, stay tuned for a website filled with love and peace and harmony, and of course, it'll be built right here in the On Target digital marketing compound, built by Max, Tom.
Which means that it's peaceful and harmonic
It is.
until, of course, you bring up the topic of PC, and then, of course, you're smashed like a piece of raw fish by Gordon Ramsay.
Wow.
How
Now,
about that
oddly
analogy?
specific, Tom. Has this happened to you, or is this a dream you've had? What's going on?
No, my wife's addicted to Gordon Ramsay shows, so that's why it's just stuck in
He
the
is
back
kind
of
of
my
an
head.
ass, isn't he?
He is, but Lord knows he's killing it out there.
He is.
Yep.
So make sure you head on over to the T2TechTalkPodcast.com and tell all your friends. We'd love it.
Absolutely. That is just, I can't even tell you how shocked I am. I knew you said that there was something in surprise, and I certainly am surprised. That looks great. So,
And Tom, I want you to notice the On Target Podcasting Studios has a bit of enhancement going on today up on our big TV screen. What do you see back there, Tom? What do you think?
of the software or
So we're mirroring a Mac up to our Gigantor TV, so even I can't see it. But we're using an amazing device. Look over there, Tom. What is it? What's that say?
that's Grandstream. Well, that's a
No,
good
not
phone
the
service,
phone, Tom. Right
You know,
next to
I
it, there
think
is
they
a-
make
there-
some good products.
There's
and
an
they've got
amazing
the-
device sitting right next to that phone. He's got
This
this
cup of
block.
water?
No. There is an Apple TV in here that is now enabling us to shoot as if through magic. Our phones are, I don't think it works on Android, but we can shoot our iPhone, we can shoot our iMac, Keegan's MacBook. The world is our oyster.
That's amazing. That's good stuff.
It is. It's great
It
stuff.
is sharp. The TV's sharp there, but you know what I can't get past
What's
is
that?
the Tech Talk for Non-Techs logo. The
Yeah.
T Squared Tech Talk podcast.
It's a beautiful thing, Tom.
Yep. That captures the eye.
Produced on a Mac.
I got nothing.
Let's jump into the show, Tom. So today,
Yep.
the fine folks from Fox 35 came in to chat with me.
Fantastic.
And they had a story they're a little bit scared about.
Yeah. What's
you-
this?
So Facebook,
Uh
the
oh.
Facebooks,
Okay.
they think Zuckerberg's at it again.
Did he stop?
No, of course not.
Okay.
It's just
wanna make sure.
nonsense.
As long as he's consistent, and we know where he's coming from, we're good.
But Fox dropped in today to chat with me about this 10-year age challenge thing.
Okay. Yep. I'm
Have you
familiar
seen
with
this?
it.
You seen the people?
I participated.
How about your cat? Have you had your cat show the age progression?
You know,
10 years ago?
I worked on that with my dog's photos, yes, and I'm still working on getting that up there.
In the in-laws photos?
You know, we're still treading on thin ice after the holidays, Tom.
With a walker, without, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Yep.
one must tread lightly.
Absolutely. I'm learning.
Yeah. So it's a fine line. But so Facebook, for those of you who don't know, has had this challenge going on where I don't even know why it's a freaking challenge. It makes no sense. But it is a 10-year aging challenge where you show yourself 10 years ago, yourself today. And people are loving it, digging on it. I'm seeing all kinds of old people. I won't do it myself because I look like I've aged 50 years in the last 10. So
Well, I had it wrong. I thought it was you're supposed to post your first profile picture and your most recent profile picture. So that's
you're
I had
doing it
several
wrong,
friends
Tom.
did it,
I can
right?
hear the voices.
So I went to look. Exactly.
Yeah.
In-laws right over the shoulder.
You're doing it wrong.
Exactly. But no, so I went to look at what I was like, well, what was my first profile picture? So I went to look at what that was.
What was it, Tom?
Me and Marion Barry.
The mayor?
Yep. Mayor for life.
I'll be
Washington,
darned.
D.C. Yep. Rest in peace, Marion.
Now, did you have a Bon Jovi shirt on? What were you sporting?
We were both sporting our tuxedos, and
Oh, a
we
tuxedo.
were at an event there in D.C. He and I were both members of the same Chamber of Commerce.
Very fancy.
So our paths crossed often throughout the years.
That's a powerful story, Tom.
It was neat. I had completely forgotten I had that photo, so I decided, you know what, this has to be shared because it hasn't been shared in over 10 years.
And I think I'd pay to see you in a tuxedo, Tom.
Well, I think that was the last time I wore one.
That's probably wise. So Tom is now sporting a Pink Floyd T-shirt here in the On Target podcasting studios, and he's wearing it well.
You know, it's Casual Friday, and don't forget, you know.
Oh, I didn't even see the peanuts, and I
See?
should enunciate that a little bit better.
Right.
Tom's
Yep.
shirt has peanuts
See?
on it.
It makes it all the more better.
You like the peanuts, Tom?
I was going to say it's not as good as going into the sack.
Well, we'll dig into the
sack.
sack soon, but
Yes.
as long as you got peanuts on your T-shirt,
This allows me to keep myself and my nephew both amused at the same time.
right? Peanuts everywhere.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
Be really careful how I pronounce that.
Yep. But no, that to say, Tom, that made me curious what my first picture was, and so that was my participation. But then I saw there was some hesitation from people, and again, I'd like to point out how casually Tom said, you know, this morning Fox stopped in and wanted to talk to me and ask me some questions, and you just kind of breezed over that. Kudos to you again, my friend.
Oh, Tom, I do my thing.
Must be nice to be the guy they call when they need to know.
It's I love it, and I'm very blessed by it. But I've done a lot of extroverted activities this week. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So it was great though. So here's the thing with this.
Okay.
There are some tech nerds like us in the community that are freaking the F out because they're worried about privacy. And is there a nefarious reason behind this aging meme, Tom?
I saw that post as well, and it caused me to think for a moment, oh my gosh, should I have not done that?
Yes.
And again, only for a moment.
Well, there have been some tricksters on Facebook that have put up these, these fake quizzes that
absolutely
that end up jacking your information. So it's not without legitimacy, shall I say, that people should be a little suspicious,
correct,
of what they're seeing and what trends are.
Correct.
I think we even saw some. Remember the Cambridge Analytica thing way back?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's where third-party apps come into play, and that's why I'm afraid to even like or comment when somebody takes a quiz,
right?
Because now I'm involved with that. So,
and to be clear on this particular thing, this was not Facebook's doing. Facebook didn't generate these memes. So a lot of people villainize and go right after Facebook like instantly, and that Zuckerberg and blah blah blah. This was not them, to be clear.
Yep.
But what the concern is and could be in the in the community is that a third-party nefarious crook could be generating these memes to steal something, Tom.
Well, while there is valid concern when you hear about Facebook security, I think this is probably one of the lesser of items on the list that we should be concerned with.
Absolutely. So here is the reality. Facebook's been using facial recognition. My Apple, which is an amazing product, Tom, I can't say enough about it. Uses
yes, we hear.
Yes. Have I not mentioned it?
I'm sorry. What mention? What?
So my iPhone XS unlocks with my face. Scary as it is.
Podcast T2 squared tech. Okay.
Tech Talk.
It's funny every time you go into something, my mind just goes a blur.
Yeah, I see you kind of glaze over every time I say Apple.
I don't know what it is.
And you can't pick an Apple out off the table. There's an Apple TV right next to you. There's we've got an Apple mug right
Suddenly
here.
I have a craving for a banana.
Really?
Yep.
Kind of fruity, Tom. Kind of fruity.
Yep. I was
coming out of the closet and looking for his banana.
I knew the moment it rolled off my tongue, I was in trouble.
And the peanuts on his shirt.
Should have asked for grapes or cantaloupe, honeydew, anything.
Grapes
but no,
and bananas.
I had to say banana, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Peanuts on his shirt.
Son of a gun.
Coming out of the closet. Wow.
Where to go from there?
How does this show end up there?
Right, I tell you, we go down some rabbit holes. Let me tell you.
Yes.
But I got to say, it is a valid concern when you look at the third party apps that Facebook uses, the way that information is sold for, that's exactly what it is. It's not shared; they sell it.
Right.
So the challenge, though, of posting a picture from 10 years ago, your first Facebook photo, whatever the game was, I don't even know. Apparently, I got it wrong.
But you did it, Tom, with the old Tuxedo. Yeah,
that's right. But by doing that, it's no more dangerous than having somebody look at your profile photo album on your Facebook page, which hosts all those pictures. So if they want it, they've already got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the biggest thing you have to be concerned about with this 10-year challenge is that somebody might actually be able to use some facial recognition software to see what you're going to look like 10 years from now with age progression.
Correct.
So, that's the scariest thing is what am I going to look like in 10 years?
And that's a completely valid point, Tom. It can be terrifying to see you in 10 years.
Horrible. I'm afraid to see me now. I can't imagine 10 years
I think we both have the face for radio, Tom.
It's absolutely.
We've heard this.
Spot on, Tom.
Yeah, people have told us this.
My wife tells me every day.
Yeah. Thank you, Penny.
Yep.
She's a kind soul.
Something. She's something.
Yeah. I heard she took you took the Alexa. Wait a minute. What happened with your Alexa?
I came back from my business trip and caught her unplugging the Alexa and putting it back in the drawer.
Busted.
It was busted. I caught her. She was using Alexa while I was gone. She was cheating on me with the Alexa.
A closet Alexa user.
See, there we go. We all have
Alexa.
Problems.
Yeah, she can be a siren.
Yep. But that's a whole other podcast right there.
Yeah.
But no, it's. I think that is the most valid concern. So if you've heard about this fear of the Facebook challenge and the fact that people could use that to look at something, they've already got it. They can see your post, they can see your albums, they can see your pictures, and they can within seconds tell you what those two pictures are. So
Absolutely. And listen, at the T Squared Tech Talk podcast, we're never here to scare the living bejesus out of you.
Not at
but
all.
You've got to know a couple things about the interwebs. So if you got a Facebook account, you got a Twitter account like we do now, we are so fancy, Tom.
I can't wait to get home and see it.
We
I
have
wanna
come
follow.
a long way. In fact, I believe this Twitter account followed you today. So
I saw that and I was a bit confused. However,
I knew you would be.
I'd hate to admit I was driving at the time, and as I was in between two lanes, I thought perhaps I should put the phone back down and concentrate on staying in one
Good
single
call, my
lane.
friend. Good call.
Yep.
So what I was trying to say is, anytime you put anything on anywhere out here that you're signing up for a free account, well, guess what, my friends? Nothing's for free in life, and people are, yes, nefarious, could be stealing data, could be building a profile on you. But listen, if you're going to go on and use these services, you're going to upload photos, you're going to put your street address on your profile, which you should never, ever do. You're going to put your favorite colors. People are very smart. Criminals have way too much free time.
Amen.
Those dudes who are hanging out in their mom's basement that are like,
That's exactly
they're
it.
like 25 and they're sucking down pizza and they've got a wife beater. You know what I'm talking about, Tom? They got the sweat marks
And
on the
it's
wife
not
beater.
even today's pizza they're eating.
No.
It's yesterday's pizza.
And they got headphones on,
just-
like you do.
Exactly. Well, that's
But-
what happens at my age, Tom.
But you know what these dudes are doing? They're hanging out in mom's basement, right? Doing nefarious things. God only knows what down there in the basement. We don't want to know.
Not at
We
all.
don't need any live cams.
No,
we
sir.
don't want to see what's happening. But there are crooks among us
Mm-hmm.
that'll thrive off of the data that you're putting up on these channels.
Yep, absolutely. Which is why I always encourage people to use different birth dates when you're signing up for these accounts. Pick like I always choose a month, a day, and a year after my birthday to put up there.
Smooth.
See, I just gave that away.
Do you feel a little bit younger when you do that, Tom?
You know what? I do. That's it. All started with my matchup page or meetup, or see, I tried to go for a e-singles harmony.
Yeah.
or
Did you
one of
swipe
those.
left or?
Yeah, see, that's the
We-
problem with that joke is I've never used those services, so we can't even name one. We can try to talk the talk, but or
know,
walk the walk, but we certainly can't talk the talk.
Do you know they even have dating sites for farmers? Keegan hangs out on these. He told me about it.
I saw that's
yeah.
how I learned about these dating. That was
Yeah.
the first one. Yep.
Yeah, dating sites for Amish. It's very dark on the
No.
screen. Think about it. Let that sink in.
It did because my question is
They call it
sites for
churning butter,
farmers.
Tom.
Now, is this person to person dating or is this the farmer?
That's a whole nother type.
Okay, that's a different podcast.
There's
All right.
there's cows. It gets weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
And I haven't been there. I think Keegan's told me about it, but I don't want to go there.
It's like the dark web. You
It is.
hear about these things on
Right.
the internet, but
You don't need to see 'em.
to go there.
Don't need to see him.
Nope.
But no, Churning Butter, the Amish website is just it's fast moving. Nothing. Come on.
Churning.
I did it on the
Churning
fly.
butter?
Yeah. So you
That's good, Tom.
You got to light a candle. It's very interesting. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm tearing up over here. That's good stuff, Tom.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And that's why we have a Twitter handle. It's
Coming your
because
way, folks.
We
Yeah.
have escalated this to the next level. So for our
Keegan's
faithful listeners,
building
out
the
there-
next Amish dating website right now as we speak.
That's awesome.
The power just went out. It's getting weird.
So Linda, Angela, and all our other faithful listeners out there, enjoy the laugh with us on this one.
Yeah. All right.
Good stuff.
So back to our topic,
Yep.
Tom.
Back to out of that rabbit hole, straight down another one. But no, I think the least of our worries on Facebook is that the greater worry on Facebook is what do you have in your About You section?
Right.
What do you have about listed family members? That's the most dangerous thing that I see people doing. They have all their brothers and sisters and kids and parents listed in Facebook. Why don't you just map it out for them and just, I'll give you a couple addresses of some dudes in their mom's basements, and you could just send it straight to them.
Yeah, you send it to that guy down there with the sweat stains around his wife beater.
Exactly.
And you know what he looks like too. He's got like pepperoni stuck in his beard with
because it's unshaven, and yeah.
And there's like schmutz in his hair from pizza grease.
We know what the nefarious people really look like. It isn't all sunglasses and cool.
No, it's kind of gross. Kind of gross.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Or in the stands, as we like to say.
Kershblakistan. We haven't picked on them in a while.
We haven't, but they're listening.
Oh, they are. And, they are. They're sending bots out right now to hit the T-Squared Tech Talk Podcast.com website.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see if we can plug that at least twice more in this show.
You're catching on to me, Tom.
So,
I am a marketer. I have to. We have to drop these out. I mean, this is how we promote ourselves.
Well, no argument there.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of nuts and sacks and
the peanuts on your shirt, Tom.
That's right.
Oh wait, bananas and grapes. You brought up all of these objects and the closet.
We have just handed it out. There is just jokes galore to be had from this one podcast alone.
Are we taking it into the mail sack, Tom? I think it's that time. Who are we hearing from today, Tom? All right, so Joey.
Joey from where?
He's from Muskegon.
Oh, yeah?
Muskegon, Michigan. He sent me a lovely email, Tom. First and foremost, he complimented your tuxedo photo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I sent it to everybody.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
I was like, this is my friend Tom. You got to check it out. So, epic classic photo. He loved it. So, Muskegon, isn't it cold as hell there right now?
I was going to say, they've got a lot of time to email right now, you know, being stuck indoors.
So he had heard about this Facebook 10-year challenge meme thing, whatever the hell you want to call it. And his question is, can I turn the facial recognition off on Facebook? The answer, sir, in Muskegon is hell frickin' yeah, you can. You can turn it off on Facebook. Do you know that, Tom?
I did not.
You can.
That's news to me.
Don't ask me where to do it, but I read today that you could turn it off.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we'll find out for you, and we'll lay it out like, we'll break it down like a fraction for you.
Well, the issue is this that I have. Although you can turn off facial
It
recognition.
doesn't matter.
That's right. You can turn off facial recognition from within Facebook, but that doesn't stop the computer, or if you're using a Mac, it doesn't stop either one of those.
And you should be.
It won't stop either one of those from performing facial recognition. All it's going to do is it's going to stop the suggestions for who's in your photos from being recommended to you.
You are absolutely spot on, my friend. And this is why you host this show, because you were brilliant. You know this stuff. So I'm here to tell you that, yeah, it doesn't really freaking matter whether you turn it off or not, because that dude down in that basement with the armpit sweat, right, and the pepperoni schmutz and grease on his face, and God only knows what, I don't even want to.
We've all got the picture, Tom.
Yeah, it's nasty, right?
It is.
That dude can jack all of your photos and use photo recognition somewhere else to build a profile for you elsewhere. So anyone can steal your photo. That's the moral of that story.
Yep. So Joe, I hope you found that useful. And stay warm up there, Joe, and stay inside.
And Joe, I hope you're not down in your mom's basement, because you know, I just don't want to see you turn into that.
Judging by his nice email, I'd say not.
You're right. He was prim and proper.
Yep,
He's very polite.
Absolutely. But Joe, I was just in North Carolina last week.
Yeah.
Freezing there.
Yeah.
How do people survive anywhere north of North Carolina?
Hell if I know. Yeah.
Wow.
And here it's really dipped down. It's what, 75 and just freaking gorgeous here in sunny Orlando, Florida, Tom.
And when you look at the maps that we have displayed down here in Florida, everything north of North Carolina is just one big color, and it says no man's land.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing should live up there.
The big chill coming here this weekend, though. Monday, I think the high here in Orlando, Tom, no one's going to have any sympathy for us. I think the high was like 52 degrees. So you got to keep your peanuts warm.
Tell you what, time to wrap up those puppies and kittens out there.
Yeah, and your bananas.
Warm. That's right.
Make sure your bananas are
tucked.
tucked.
I'm going with puppies and kittens, ladies and gentlemen. I'm taking the high road on this one.
Yeah, your grapes and your bananas.
Now that I've already laid out all the fodder for you, Tom.
You did.
Yep.
You laid it out like a feast.
I tell you. Yep. Well, that's what you have to do with Apple users.
Oh, is that so, Tom?
See, talk one up for Tom up to the 42 from Jelnek, and you'll see that I'm still a little far behind. I got some catching up to do.
You do. Any PCs in the room, Keegan? Do you see any? Are they on fire? Are they smoking? Are they?
We've got one in the room.
Yeah. Does it work?
That's what it does, Tom.
All right.
That's
Anyway,
what it does.
listen, a wonderful episode today.
Great
Tom.
episode.
We've unveiled the new. Well, coming soon. Let me be honest. It's not there yet, but we have it. So having it's half the battle, right?
That's more than half the battle. That's awesome.
Yeah. T2 Talk. What the heck is it? What's that URL, Tom?
It's the T2TechTalkPodcast.com.
That's it. That's where it's at.
And, don't forget our Twitter handle. Can I even say that?
Let's try that again, Tom.
That's almost like the news anchor who recently lost his job, but that's a whole
Oh my
other
goodness,
story
that was
right there.
that's not a good story.
No,
not good
sir.
for him.
No. But don't forget to check out the T2 Tech Podcast on Twitter.
Amen,
And
brother.
if you could follow us, that would be fan-friggin-tastic.
Tom, I'm glad you're so comfortable out of the closet. Keep your bananas and peanuts warm this weekend, and we'll see you on the next show. Tom, where can folks find out more about you and the amazing work that ASSI does?
We are at AdvancedSystemsSolutions.com.
And you can find more about our On Target Digital Marketing at ontargetdigitalmarketing.com. So glad you guys tuned in today. I hope you have a great frickin' week, and keep those Facebook profile pictures safe.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening, everyone.
All right, take care.
This podcast was recorded at the On Target Podcasting Studio.